welcome back to the tutorial. As you can see, this is what we have here is currently what we call mixer. This is your audio mixer. This is where all the mixing work comes from. Okay, this is the place where you can decide to spoil that person's voice or to make it twitch. So that is where, as a sound engineer, now here you feel show your power. Okay, so if you remember from the last video, we talked about our power amplifier where we treat the main power amp, and we also talked about the box amp. Okay, depending on your capacity and based on what you are starting with. So it doesn't matter whether you're a small church or a big church, you can start with anything. Okay, so looking at what we have before us, this is what we call an audio mixer, and the current product I have here is Yamaha MG16CX USB. You know one thing, you don't just get confused that because this one is Yamaha, I cannot set the other kind of no. What the main thing is, just understand the way mixer work. Once you understand it, you are good to go. Okay, you are very good to go. Okay, so now let's look at this particular mixer, not the brand. We are less concerned about brand now. We want to talk about the way mixer work. Okay, now if you check this one out, currently we have this is currently a 16 channel mixer. As you can see from here, you can see it is 16 channel because I have 12 up to this system. Y combination of 2 here. This is 13 14, y this is 15 16. So this is a 16 channel mixer, as you can see. Okay, so if you come to the down part here now, these are my faders. This is where I can control the volume for each channel. Now, one thing you just need to understand, don't get confused about all this knob. Don't get confused. It's very, very simple like ABC. All you just have to understand is we have 16 channels on this mixer. Once you understand how to use one of the channel very well, then you are good to go. It's just repetition of each of those channels. And the main thing is just understand the kind of instrument you are putting there and the perfect settings that will fit that instrument. So for example, let's use channel 1 as a case study now. For example, if you come close here, okay, as you can see, this is my channel where we are treating channel 1. So everything we are working is just this line. Once you understand it, you can apply it to the other side. So if you look at 1, what we have here is gain. Okay, so this is where you can boost this line. For example, let's say you connect your microphone here. You're gonna need something like this. This is a jack to jack. We'll still talk about cord in one of our video. Okay, so don't get confused about that. Okay, let me start from the top here. Okay, if you look at the top from this channel 1, you see the first thing we have here is what we call mic. Now this is our XLR port. The male will enter here because this is a female port. What do I mean by the word male? Now if you look at this one, you can see it here. Okay, this is a male XLR plug. Okay, so the male XLR plug will definitely enter here. So if you don't have this kind of plug, all you need is just a jack cable. You just need to plug it here and connect it to where you want to put it. So for example, if you want to send to your wireless or to your guitar, depending on the instrument, then you plug it. So if you have jack, you plug it on your line. Note it please, on line. If it is XLR, you plug it on your mic input. Okay, why this insert? Don't get confused here. Insert is a very different thing entirely, which you have to understand how to do. What you will use insert for majorly is to boost. For example, let's say I'm connecting my guitar here and my volume is not very, very heavy or too loud, and I want to boost it. So all I need to do, for example, let's say I'm not using this port. Don't get confused at this point, please. So let's say this one is connected to my guitar and I need to boost it more. So I just need to plug inside my insert. Remember, my guitar is already connected here. Okay, so then I will send it to the next line, then I will drive it up. So what I'm trying to do is help me boost this line up. You understand? But mind you, you hardly use it. I don't recommend you do that because it requires a lot of expertise. Okay, so just understand that your XLR plug will enter here while your jack cable will enter this place. For now, forget about insert. Okay, I just branch there so that you will at least have a very good idea of it. Why this is your gain, this is where you may decide to increase it or lower it. Okay, then we have our compression. Mind you, you may not see this on all mixer. So this is compression. Okay, why this is your high, this is the place where you control your high. So why this is for your mid-range voice, and this side, you see, if you look at this place, this two part is controlling my mid-range. Okay, it's just that it's working from 250 to 5k. Just understand that is the hash level, that is the frequency level. Okay, why this is my mid, and this is still the continuation of it based on the frequency range which I want to work with. This one is working from -15 Hz to +15. Don't get confused, forget all the English there. The main thing is what you see majorly on most mixer is your high, mid and low. Okay, then you see auxiliary on some mixer, why some you may not see. Okay, so the major thing is just note your high, mid, low. You will definitely see that one everywhere. Then you may see effects too. Yeah, you will see effects while we have our pan. Now the way pan work is this. Now this is the middle part. Let's say something is, if you can see this one now, if you see this knob is currently pointing to the average point, that is my output. Remember, we have output of right and left. Let's say this is my right side, this is my left side now, for example. So if my pan is at the middle, what I'm trying to say is share the volume equally. But if I twist to this side, what I'm trying to say is this side should gain more volume. If I twist here, this left side to gain more volume, but you get that when we start the example in each of the class. Okay, why this side, the last side here is my fader. This is where you can control your volume for. All these buttons you are seeing here, don't get confused. In your own, based on the type of mixer you have, you'll be able to get it clear. So without wasting much time, just remember this is your volume for that line, okay, that will control your right and left. That is the stereo output. You'll see pan everywhere. It should have effects too. Some may not have, why some can have. This is where you can do your effect work. Maybe your mixer has delay or echo, depending on the kind of effect you have there. So this is where you activate it. Okay, why if you have auxiliary, well, we'll still do that. We'll break down that in the next video also. And also low, you will definitely see this one everywhere. Mid, you see it. High, you see it. And gain, you may see it in some place. Compression, you may see it in a very good mixer. And if you don't have it, no need to worry. Okay, so what we have here, if you look at all these places, you see it's still replication of each one of them. So if you look at this place now, you see this is channel 2, 3. If you follow it, you see it's still the same thing. Why this knob you see here, you may not see it in your mixer and you may see it. So depending on the type you are using, it's just to activate. For example, I'm currently on line 3, so this is my line 3. So if I switch it off, what I'm trying to say, even though you connect, if you like turn the volume, it will not work because it's currently switched off. Okay, so that is just everything about all this basic knob we have here. We'll still break everything down. So why for the output side, if you look at this place now, I have for my group side, I have for my group 1, 2, I have group 3, 4, why I have for stereo. Don't get confused. This side may be complicated a bit for a start, but you still get that in the next video. Okay, but we want to just deal with the stereo output. That is, in case I give my volume here, this is my stereo output. That is the one that we're going to my right and left. For example, a small church that has just one mixer and one power amplifier, you know, definitely you'll be using your stereo out. So if this is my stereo out, then I will be picking my output. If you see this place now, you see output. Okay, I'll be picking it from my right and left. You understand? So if I send this place from my right and left, I will send it to my power amplifier. Okay, don't get confused, please. Watch out for the next video. We'll break everything down and you understand better. Thank you so much.